Okay, I'm here to discuss some options for you if you're thinking about selecting hospitality as part of your senior school. Now, uh, why you would choose hospitality is if you are thinking about that as a potential job for after school. That may include being a chef, it may include being involved in hotel management, even event management. You may like to choose it if you're just thinking about trying to develop some more practical skills, practical cooking skills. And the great bonus of hospitality is it's one of the subjects that offers dual qualifications. So you'll have your HSC in hospitality, but you'll also be able to obtain a certificate too in hospitality kitchen operations. Um, if you were to choose hospitality, it would be great if you could start year 11 with a very basic understanding of mathematical concepts that could be used for calculating recipe amounts and costings. It would also be great if you could answer short answers as part of exams and class activities. The exams that you do for hospitality do have extended responses, but we will develop strategies for answering those throughout the course. Most importantly, in hospitality, you will work as a group, as a pair. It's really important that you're able to discuss and just willingly participate in note taking and set classwork. Um, some things to consider if you're going to choose hospitality. The practical classes do require a hospitality uniform and a toolkit. You may need those on work placement as well. Uh, it's great if you've got someone that'll pass those items on to you. Um, Unfortunately, though, if you don't, you are required to purchase them. Approximate cost is about $170, and that amount is added onto your school fees at the beginning of year 11. Those practical hospitality classes do start before school and can start as early as 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock. You're expected to get here about 10 minutes earlier to get changed into your uniform and set up for the class for that day. One of the other things that you'll need to consider for hospitality is you are expected to participate in functions. Now, these usually occur outside of school hours, and they're usually linked to a competency task. For example, the Year 7 parent evening, you will do some cooking for that during the day, but then you'll be expected to cook or serve during that night, which may run into maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock. Um, some things that you should also consider for hospitality is as part of the course requirements, you must complete 70 hours of work placement and it must be within a commercial kitchen. Now, usually this occurs in term 2 of year 11 and then in term 4 of year 11, which is the first term of your HSC year. Southern Sydney Business Education Network organise the placements and then they're allocated throughout school. Now, sometimes students have gone to work placement with a little bit of unrealistic expectations. You will be involved in repetition of tasks. You may have to peel 300 frozen prawns. You probably will be standing for a fairly long period of time, and you're mainly involved in food preparation and hygiene activities. It would be very rare that you are asked to cook something. You are equivalent to a first year apprentice during work placement. Now, hospitality and assessment is a combination of formal and competency tasks. So in both year 11 and 12, there are 2 formal assessment tasks and they are both exams. They make up your report mark. All the other tasks in hospitality are competency based, so there's no mark. You are just marked that you are either competent or not yet competent or you are developing competency. You're given the task notification, you're given what you need to do and a due date. On that due date, we'll assess you for competency. And then the great thing is that if you're marked that you're developing or that you're not yet competent, you do have another chance to submit or resubmit that task. Some of the realities of the HSC course for hospitality is that the work placement is not negotiable. However, if you do have part-time work, you may be able to get some recognised prior learning for up to 35 hours. However, you can't get recognised prior learning for all the 70 hours. Those competency tasks that I talked about before, they can be quite involved. They normally have a practical component that may be a function. Then they also have a theoretical component that supports what you've done in class that you need to document. The other thing is that you need to do over the 2 years is that you need to complete 12 service periods. They must be documented in a journal, and they must include photos and, again, details of the sort of activities that you have chosen. And finally, one of the things that I'd like to mention is that the hospitality HSC course runs over 2 years. A unit that you do in year 11 is a unit that can be assessed in year 12. All right, thanks for listening.